Okay, here we go. Hey everyone, we've all heard of the term gifted or giftedness, but in my opinion, high potential individual has a better ring to it. But what does it really mean? For years and years, it's been thought that being gifted or having high potential relates to having a high IQ. And many places, many organizations still put that 130 threshold on an IQ score before you can actually call yourself gifted or a high potential person. But in recent years, there's been a lot more study, luckily, as well on this. It's been found that there's much more to it. There is, of course, still the tests like the WISC, the Stanford Binet, but it's not the only thing out there. I mean, even Stephen Hawking has said before that I is not what defines a smart person. And I might be paraphrasing here, of course, also because of a little bit nervousness. A lot of the quotes and everything might actually, well, go blank right now. This is the first video. I'm actually really excited and nervous at the same time here for the National Association for Gifted Children, which also say that a gifted kid, a gifted child, operates on a higher or a faster level than their peers, and they need specialized education as well to be able to actually fulfill and develop their unique talents. What can we do, or how can you recognize giftedness or high potential? Is in intellectual form, these people seem like they're a walking database. They have information about such a wide range of topics, but they also can learn really fast. They can put their minds to something and really grind on it. You see them really focused on solving an issue or finding what caused the problem and trying to find the right solution for it. Finding creative solutions that others have not thought about. Those solutions that you might actually say, if this is such a good idea, why has no one else thought of this? It's something that there is a lack of awareness around that. No, that's a whole different topic as well. Yeah. It's those kids, those adults that keep asking the why questions, the how questions, or what questions. How does this work? Where does this come from? Why does this happen? You see this from a young age. Creativity in the way of how someone solves a problem, how they might indeed be creative in different ways, in painting, in solving an issue, in the way that they think, even in ways they might work out. You see a lot of asynchronous development within gifted people, high potential people. I keep using them in between each other still as well. It's an asynchronous development you see with a lot of people also from a young age. The mind usually develops a whole lot faster. So fast that the schoolwork can come easy, but social aspects, emotional aspects, maybe even physical aspects stay somewhat behind. It's somewhat slower in development. And unfortunately, we still see that meaning of being gifted is that you are that smart individual, that it is just intelligence. And even the National Association for Gifted Children is saying that giftedness is going beyond intelligence. It's not just about intelligence. You don't have to be that perfect mathlete. You don't have to be that A student that always gets tens or A's. I'm from Holland, so with us we use numbers, whereas America uses letters. You don't have to be that A student. It's why I want to talk about this, because the definition a lot of people have about giftedness is that perfect person. You never do anything wrong. You have to be the smartest person in the room. at all times. That is exhausting for a lot of people and can go unnoticed because you are making mistakes, and then people will also say you are not gifted. Well, you might actually be gifted. It's not always recognized within intelligence. You can also develop later on, not just from school or kindergarten. It is possible. It comes more to the surface in your teens or even in your 20s. The way you grew up, the school you went to, if you find someone gifted that tells you, it's often difficult for someone that has never read about it, has never actually done a course about it, or hasn't read a book about it. It's also something that even a lot of psychologists still struggle with or don't recognize. One of the reasons for this is because it is not in the DSM-5. It's not a recognized disorder. And don't get me wrong, I don't believe that this is a disorder. It's a trait. It's something that you still have, just like any other neurodivergence. And that's for a different topic, why I believe that giftedness, being a high potential person, is also a neurodivergence. But there's so many aspects that come with this, and you see this in how creative someone is, within the immense curiosity that someone can show, in how many questions they ask. How does this work? Where does this come from? Pressing all the buttons on a panel or in the elevator, not because the button is there, but to know what each button does or what happens on each floor. Just as an example, being ahead of the curve in intelligence and learning at a young age brings to mind the Big Bang Theory. You see people like Sheldon, Howard, like Leonard, Raj, they are so freaking intelligent in their field, and I've seen some of the actors and they are freaking amazing people. They show their intelligence in the show as well, but you also see that the social aspects are running behind with the neurotypical people like Penny, for example. It's a nice back and forth, in my opinion. If you are creative, the overactive imagination into what you create, the images that you can form, maybe indeed even put them to paper or to canvas or anyway, even in photography. There are so many people out there that are not being recognized as a gifted person because a lot of people have or still have the idea of being gifted as that intelligent person. You never do anything wrong. And I would say, let's break that stigma, break beliefs around being gifted and find out more together. I'm curious, what is your definition of being gifted? What have you been told? Put it in the comments. I would love to read it. Let's break the stigma and learn more about it together. Let's find out together what giftedness, high potential is these days and bring more awareness to it. Leave me your definition of giftedness, high potential person. Which do you prefer? What is your definition of being a gifted person? Let me know. Let's find out together.